Good morning, Mags. Hey everybody, I got a little bonus footage for you on this video that I didn't expect, but this happened just this morning. You know, every day I come out, baby kitty follows me out, and I raise this food dish where she looks for mice, and then I raise this one, and watch out, Mags, you got to get it back. This morning I raised this up. Let me show you something. This is what's under this pan. This was scary because baby puts her nose right there. Look at this. See that? You know what that is? That, folks, is a copperhead. Look at there, about a foot long or so. Sure enough, that's a copperhead. And I put that down quickly when baby was right there. I put it back down. That is a copperhead right there. Look at that. And that right there is one dangerous snake. Now, I cannot believe that that thing is under there. Look at that. That's one of our most dangerous snakes around here. Sure enough, he's ticked off. See him striking? See him strike? They're very aggressive. They will run normally or lay very still until provoked, but this guy here, obviously. Anyhow, I got to get rid of him. I'm going to have to be more careful. Never thought that would happen, so I'm going to have to watch that from now on. He could have easily gotten me because I take my hand and I stick it under the edge right there. See, like that. He could have bit me. That would have been, look at him. That would have been a trip to the hospital right there for sure. Creepy. Now look at him bite. See him biting? Yep. No good. Hi, Mama. Taking a nap today. Just one of them days, Dad. Yep. So I had to go to the doctor yesterday, Dad. It was awful. Are you going to be okay? Should we let everybody know how you are? Yeah. Tell you what, let me go over here and get with Grandma, and then we'll show everybody what's going on. See how it went to the vet yesterday, okay? You just relax. Take it easy. Hey.
What?
What are you doing?
Picking petunias.
Deadheading?
Yep.
Hi, baby girl. Wow, look at this, guys. Those pretty. Good job. You grew these all by yourself?
Yeah, all by myself.
No kidding. Welcome to Grandpa Doss Farms. I would be Grandpa, that would be Grandma, that would be baby. Now, the other day we told you we were going to take Miss Kitty to the vet, and we did, and I'll be right back after you guys watch this. Tell us how the vet visit went.
It went fantastic. We did all the right stuff, she said.
Yep. What'd she tell you?
She said that pulling the hair out is from stress, she thinks, and probably from if she had fleas. And, you know, we didn't know that with fleas, you don't see them on them.
Why?
Because they eat them.
We didn't know that cats eat fleas. And she said when she looked at the fur that was missing, she said it is growing back. She said she's okay. It had nothing to do with the worms. You know, she said you treat them for the worms. She found 2 dead ticks. So she said everything's okay. And so she's going to give us a year's worth of the flea and tick, baby and mama. And she said, hey, she's going to be fine. She said stress can cause it. Could have been stress from just having the fleas or something in the environment. But we know this little girl here said, we got no stress. I said, I'm not stressed out. I'm Mama. She did so good too when the doctor was handling her. She did great. We're going to have you home pretty soon. Everything's going to be fine. Just want everybody to know in case anybody was worried. So I'm doing good. She better fall asleep. And there you go. Many, many comments left by y'all about what your cat, similar situations, similar symptoms and so forth. But she was just very encouraging throughout that there was nothing else we could do. Gave her the medicine. She has not pulled any fur out since we got back from the vet. She's been doing really good. She's resting well, got more energy now. She always has eaten okay, so Miss Kitty's fine. Those look beautiful, by the way. Those look good.
Yeah, this is your
look great.
thing.
Awesome. I wanted to show everybody something while we're here. Yesterday I came out Now it's already grown back up since then, but see this, and maybe y'all can help me out. I don't know, I came out and these were literally eaten evenly right here. One, there's two, this one right here and this one here, three. None of the other stalks have been touched. Oh, here's one here. There's similar. There you go. See how that is? See how that's been eaten down right there, just like that? I mean, it's not there's no bugs, folks. I haven't had an insect out here, and nothing else has been touched. Everything else is just fine. What in the world is that? I do have 4 groundhogs living under that shed. 2 adults, 2 little ones. But I went around the perimeter of the fence. Nothing has been dug under. So what in the world could have eaten that other than an insect or something? I don't know. Deer, I don't think deer, if they would have gotten in here, it would have been, they'd have probably still been eating it, I would imagine. Anyway, that's a little bit of a dilemma. Oh, hey, something else too, before we get going on what we're going to do today. Yesterday, Grandma collected eggs, and we got this one, and it is, folks, is that, am I dreaming? Is that a white egg? That looks just as white as it can be.
It is white. It looks like it came from Walmart.
It does, and we do not have any chickens that lay white eggs.
As far as we know, I mean, unless it's a new chicken or something, but.
I called Chad, talked to Chad, and I said, hey, what birds do we have that lay white eggs? He says, well, you don't. You don't have any. The Welsummers,
apparently
the
we
Wyandottes, yeah, somebody did. They lay brown eggs. He said like the others could be pink or light blue or something, but he said, shouldn't be white, and it's got a little bit of a pear shape to it. Got a little, right here it's a little bit off, and it is smooth as glass. It is it's very smooth. You know, eggs come out and they're kind of rough. This thing looks like it's been polished.
I truly thought when I started gathering them out of there that you had put like a decoy egg in there for the little ones. I really did. It
looks fake.
Yeah.
It looks fake, folks. You can tell that it, you know, in the sun it's kind of shiny. Yeah, right here on the end, that's just as shiny as it can be. Where did that come from? No idea.
Chicken.
Okay. It came from a chicken. That much we know for sure. Good job, Mom. But as far as the kind and all that, I have no idea. So I didn't know, maybe thought the little ones, the young ones, started out laying these kind of eggs before they turned another color. All you egg experts out there, let me know. Oh, and look, zucchini.
Wow.
Zucchini, look at the difference in the leaves. That's turned yellow and brown. Now we've got zucchini growing already on there, and some in there, and I Googled it. It said too much water or not enough water.
Hey,
well,
look at the sky.
We got to go.
Nothing we can do about that.
We're going to have to go with too much water on that. I don't know why side by side they're doing that, but there's no bugs, you know, no bugs or anything on that. And we do have some leaves coming out now that are okay. So maybe just that first little bit had too much water. I don't know. Yeah, we got more rain this morning. Not a lot, but just enough to kind of water everything. But again, I haven't watered it. I've only watered twice in about 3 weeks. So
come here, baby.
Just kind of leave it open about 5 or 6 inches. She'll follow us out.
Come here.
Well, here she comes. Come on, baby. Grandma's going to shoo you out, girlfriend.
Go, go, go.
Come on.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
Uh-oh. Oh, she got picked
down
up.
In just a minute. Okay. It's good seeing you.
Let me down. Oh, very good. Good job, baby. Run. Thanks for coming along. What are we going to do today?
We're going to put up goat brushes, aren't we? Oh, you want to clean out the snake trap.
Yeah. We are going to put up the goat brushes. Karen got us some goat brushes. Mm-hmm. Apparently, you know, everybody's been saying, hey, you know, your goats are scratching on the fences and all that. You need to get them some goat brushes. And I kept putting it off. I wasn't going to get them. So somebody had to send them to us. This in here is, I'm tired of this. This thing has been good for, well, golly, 2-3 years now, at least 3. And it's just made out of pallets. Originally I put it in there to house some young ones that we had, and we fenced them in, pinned them in so they would be safe with their mamas. But now it doesn't do anything but collect mulberries. They're not getting in there, and I do believe it's been in there so long, I think could be snakes and all kinds of critters, and I need to get it out. There's some good pallets in there though, kinda. Oh, this is gonna be awful. I gotta get in there too. This is one of those projects that I've looked at it and wanted to do it for months, and I've dreaded it, thinking, oh, it's okay, oh, it's okay. Now in the wintertime, they do get in here, so I may have to end up putting something else in here.
What if we just took the tarp off?
Well, we could, but oh my goodness. There's bugs flying around, some kind of moth or something. Oh man. Where you at, Chip? Oh, wow, you see that? That's gross.
If you go to run, don't run towards me, run away from me.
Oh, golly.
They may be chasing you.
They may not be getting in there now because there's snakes or something in here, you know? That tarp is shot. I'm gonna get dirty. I also got to take this tarp off. I got to get a little bit of sunlight to the, oh, look at these bugs, girls, you're missing out. Woo, chickens, you're missing out. Oh my lands. Oh, look at the roly-polies. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. Watch out, young lady. Let's get at least this part out. Oh, that's gross.
That's disgusting.
I won't save that one. You know what?
Mm-mm.
At least I can see what I'm working with. All kinds of bungees in here.
Baby's behind.
She's behind it? I really figured that there'd be a snake or two in here somewhere. It's held up pretty well, actually.
I know, it has.
You know what?
Maybe we just need to put a smaller tarp on it.
Well, let's think about this before I tear that up. You know what?
I wouldn't tear it up. I would put a smaller tarp on it.
Or I could take this tarp down and take a bigger tarp and just kind of put over this whole thing to protect it.
True.
And let it air out a little bit or something, you know?
Yep.
Wasn't a mouse, was it? No.
Mm-mm.
And we can let the chickens come in here and scratch around it and get all the bugs and stuff. What do you think?
I agree. Red here is wanting in there anyway.
Red, you can have it. Yeah, it's not rotten underneath, is it?
Mm-mm.
I think we might just leave it like it is for now. Maybe they'll get up on, you know, because they do like to get on top of it. Some of them do. You talked me into it.
Good.
You know what? You talked me into it. Do you think she knows that she's loved?
I think she knows it. I think she knows it, don't you? You do.
The chickens are in agreement that that was a great idea, taking that down. They're in here having a heyday with the bug. Look at them. Get them, guys and girls. Look at that's Mags back in there. You think something like that?
Yeah.
And put one just on the opposite side.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Trying to get it straight.
Revel, leave it. Thank you. Good boy. Good, leave it. Good job.
No, honey, get back, buddy. Get back. And hopefully the dogs will leave it alone.
Maybe they'll brush themselves.
Boo. You gonna be the first to try it? Hmm? You be the first to try? Boo. But hey, don't bite. Don't bite. Nope, no bite. Boo, boo. Hey, I don't need help. Boo, boo. Boo, boo.
Boo, go show Dad how it's done now. You got it up there. Go show Dad how it works.
There's one.
Boy, it's humid.
Yeah, it is. What do you think, Boo Boo? Hey, look, he's using it.
He is doing it. Okay, I take back everything I said about you, Boo.
Oh,
Well, Sissy, are you going to claim
that's
those
not
are yours too?
You don't use that.
Look at that. That's pretty neat. Thanks, Karen.
You know what though? It's not for your horns.
Well, it is if it feels good.
Boo. Does it come with instructions?
It don't need instructions.
Oh.
He's doing whatever he wants to do with it.
Well, I gotta get this screw in here. Hang on. I can't do it if you're pushing me back. Boo. Oh my goodness. Your horn's too long, buddy. Boo. Oh my word. Oh my.
Oh my word.
Hang on, if I can, it won't, I got it. If I can just get it started. Boo, you're hitting the bolt, buddy.
Yeah, that's definitely your brightest one.
There's one right down there. There's one down there, man. Just a few nuts and bolts short of a tool shed, buddy. You know what? Just 1 minute or two, would you? All right, it started now. If you can just, here we go. Now we'll get it. Eyes on his, I don't care.
Hey.
Here, I got it going.
Come here.
He's all right.
Nope, not yet. You gotta wait. Gotta wait on Dad. And don't you horn me.
Okay. He's all right. The one we thought that
all the rest of you goats watch, because this is not how you do it.
we thought, of all of them that thought we'd come over and figure this out, it wasn't you. But I'd like to have just a couple more turns on that, young man. Just a couple more. I know you. I'm proud of you, actually. To be honest with you, I'm proud of you. It's just a little loose on the bottom. Well, that must feel really good. What's he gonna do? Lay down on it? Here we go. Okay, I think. All right, I think there you go, buddy. Have at it.
Look at P-Dub.
I believe we got it.
He's trying to figure out what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's like, hey.
Man, oh man. Go for it, big fella. Now, one more thing we're going to do today. Leanne spotted this. Where'd we get this? Tractor Supply or Atwoods?
Atwoods.
Atwoods. Soothing Calm Odor Control. Anyhow, all natural oil repellent. It's good for, and pets, livestock, animals, pet. What do you do? So you just spread this out on the floor in there? So it's supposed to keep flies away?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Supposed to calm them too. We'll see how that works.
Calm the flies or calm the animals?
The animals. Soothing,
okay.
calm.
Oh.
Odor control.
That's what I need. I need to put it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I need that. So.
What a great idea. Sissy said, I've had enough. Gonna take
done.
my nap.
She's done.
Bubba, don't lay down. Come here. You can't lay down in there because he's got to rake that. Say, watch me. I just did.
Not all of this, right?
No, I just sprinkle some around, kind of where they lay.
Can I use your knife?
I love it.
Can I use your knife?
Yes.
Yeah, I can smell. It smells like kind of like the fly spray that
Really?
you put on. Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, they.
Hope that doesn't bother them.
I'll find out. What do you think, buddy? Now, goats have a real super sense of smell. So do dogs. So we'll see. You know what I mean? But you would think, since it says for everything, they've experimented before. And apparently, goats they'll lay on it. You know. So there's that's our two little groundhogs. See them?
Oh yeah.
See them up there? They're not the ones getting in my garden.
Those are the babies?
Those are the little ones, yeah. There's two adults.
They're cute.
Look at here. Matching t-shirts.
Yep.
Miss Jody sent us those. I want to rock with you. Pretty cool. See, I was going to think of a rock and talk t-shirt. I still need to do that. But this would be a good rocking chairs to use here. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Thank you, Jody. And you know, I walked in, we still got some of those things set on the table that we got last time. And you know, I tell you what, I'm so appreciative.
I know it.
You know, again, we don't ask for things like this. You know, we don't ask for the things that you send the chickens and the dogs and the cats and the pig treats and the tools that we get, you know. I was thinking of that little chainsaw you got, little handsaw. We can use that down there in that tree outside that chicken pen. Instead of me doing this, I can just take that little handsaw.
I was going to take it over to Matt's and use it on the shrubs until you did your thing.
Yeah, that would have taken a lot. That would have taken a lot. I think a chainsaw, it moves so fast. Those things are so light. It would have just thrown them all about. But anyhow, folks, we're so very blessed. And again, we don't want you to spend your money on those things. But I know we take blessings away from you when we tell you not to do that. So I'm not going to say don't do it. I'm just going to say when you do, if you do, we appreciate it. And if you can't, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know, it's perfectly fine. We understand. Well, that's quite an interesting video.
Yeah,
a little
that
bit of everything.
part we added this morning at the very beginning was a little more. I thought of how many times I've raised that up for baby.
I
or
know.
Mama.
I know. Well, I go out every day, and baby, it's just a given. She meets me at the door, and I say, "Well, you ready to go hunting?" She
Yeah.
goes, "Yep." And she'll run out there. She'll wait on me to open that gate. I need to film that some morning too. She just sits there at that door, and her tail's just a wag, and she'll go point it. And if there's something under there, like a mouse, if it's under there, she has a different demeanor.
Yeah, she
She's
knows
really
it.
down, and she's like, "Oh, it's there, Dad. I smell it. It's there." And 100% of the time, she's right. Well,
So did she start in the gate, and then how did you keep her away?
I did we have two.
Right.
I lifted the first one. There was nothing under there.
Okay.
So I said, if she's still sniffing around on the other one, I walk over and I say, "You ready? Ready?" She comes over, and I picked it up. She couldn't have been. I was on this side, and she was on that side.
Oh, so she was there
She
with
was
you.
right there. Yeah. Well, when I picked it up, she's ready to get a mouse.
Did
and
she back off? When
He's
she...
curled up. Well, when I saw it, I dropped it right back down. But it took me a second because, one, it was kind of darkish. If you notice, the light came on my phone because it blended in with the dirt. It hadn't gotten its dark colors yet. What scares me about that is it could have easily bitten her because she was real close. And she didn't, when I picked it up, it's not like, hey, there's a mouse. It took her a second. She saw it, I guarantee it, when I did not initially.
Did
But,
she
I
back out then, or what did
No,
she do?
I dropped it down. She didn't jump at it. She knew something was different.
But when you dropped it down, how did you keep her out when you were standing there
Oh,
filming
well,
with
she
her
goes
food?
back out. Once I put
Okay.
the dishes down, she don't care. She
Okay.
says, "There's no mouse. I'm done." I wasn't going to raise it till she got out anyway. I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, thought maybe
Because
you
then
had
I
to close
came
the
in.
gate.
I came in and got something to take care of it.
Yeah, I kept waiting for that. I wanted to see that. Not that they wanted to, but I just wanted to know it was dead and gone.
He was gone. I don't intentionally go out and hunt down creatures like that. You know what I mean? If they stay away from me, I'm good. I'm thinking that when I took that tarp off the other shelter,
That's what I wondered about, if it was inside of that somewhere.
it might have been laying in there. We've never had a snake in there. Never had one.
Yeah, we have. And there were
Oh, I beg your
Yeah,
pardon.
we have.
We've had the rat snakes, just the snakes that eat the eggs. We've never had a copperhead in there.
No, not a cop, but a snake's a snake to me.
I know. And
I know
that-
you don't go hunting them, but I hope if you see a copperhead somewhere, you do them in
always,
before.
always,
you know.
always. I mean, they're one of the most poisonous snakes we have around here. And the baby ones, the smaller ones, actually are more harmful because they don't know when to release and not inject venom. They will continue to do it until they are all out. It just not a strike. It's like get a hold and hang on, and so they're really, really nasty.
So that was a baby? It was
He
a
was-
big baby.
Well, he wasn't pencil size. I mean, he was
Yeah.
a half inch. No, he was that long easily. No, he'd been around a while. He'd been around here a little
Had
while.
to be in that tarp. Had to be. I just
I'm
can't
hoping
see
so.
him getting in there.
Well, I'm going to go out and move it again. I'll move it around to make sure there's nothing in there. But
The
that
bowl,
would have
you
been,
mean?
No, the
Where is the tarp?
not the tarp.
Oh.
I'm talking about the shelter, the little shelter inside, the skid shelter.
Where's the tarp?
Well, they're rolled up in the garage. I'm going to throw them away.
Ugh.
I don't think, honey, it wasn't in the tarp. I drug the tarps out on the other side.
I know, but it could have still been in the tarp.
Well,
when
they
you-
laid out there, and I
I
picked them
know.
up last night and rolled them all up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to throw them away. They're fine.
Yeah, let's.
No, he didn't come from there. Yeah. So anyhow, That was pretty freaky, and I hope everybody didn't get grossed out about me showing. I mean, that's what snakes, that's what they do. Copperheads typically will.
How did you know that the thing couldn't strike enough to get up to your leg?
When I had my, oh, you mean just in
When you
general?
took your foot off and you were kind of challenging it.
They're not they're not a, like that kind of,
The black snake that Chad found jumped at him like that.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. He didn't. Copperheads typically will lay still. If you walk over them, if you bother them, that's.
I don't know how you know
they'll
all
typically
this.
Go,
Oh, there's a copperhead. He'll lay still. I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, it's like I said out there. They will go away.
Play dead.
They
No.
don't. Yeah, if you'd have been out there, I'd had to. I don't know.
Oh, it'd have
you'd
been.
have probably ran through the side of the run.
I can tell you this: I would have raised the run for you.
Yeah,
You would have been able to clear it by standing straight
How'd
up.
this big hole get in the run here? What happened here? Anyhow, and Miss Kitty is she just ate a little churro. She's laying down over there. She's doing great. She did pull a little fur yesterday, but I haven't seen her. It's not like it was at all.
Maybe we stress her, because she did it while we were sitting here, and she was.
I don't know. I don't know how. Yeah.
We don't stress her, or she wouldn't come
No.
out of the garage like that when she hears us talking and lay down by us.
She's doing good. Thank you guys for thinking of her. A lot of comments. We're praying for Miss Kitty, so now everybody knows
Yep.
how she is. Karen, just so you know, the things that they gave us for the ghost to scratch on, well, so far they haven't learned it. They haven't scratched on them.
Abu thinks he has.
Abu is.
Abu is
thinks
Abu.
he has. But so far they haven't figured it out yet. I don't
kind
know.
of Googled it, and they kind of have to walk by it and feel it brush up
really?
against them, and then they start going to it.
Oh, so tonight when I go out there and feed, as they walk by, should I just
Yeah, shove them into the
shove
tree.
them into the tree? And how's that feel? They'll probably figure it out because they love to scratch. So we'll get that
Now,
figured
baby,
out.
don't go over there and bother her.
There goes Mama. She's not fine. We're going to go.
They're going to go hunt.
Also, on our last video, cutting down the tree, apparently I made one mistake after another. The comments, I didn't have glasses, no safety equipment, no chaps. And I know some of you, they said, hey, we're really concerned about you, Grandpa, because, chainsaw, someone said that they had somebody lost their leg because of it, because the chainsaw didn't, you could bleed to death quickly. I have this is terrible to admit, I probably had them for 8-9 months or a year. I've had a brand new pair of chaps that I ordered. They're in the closet. I think about them every time I go out and cut trees.
They do a good job doing, leaving them in the closet.
Yeah, I'm more careful than you think I. I'm more careful than what appears on the videos. Okay, I really am.
If I'm not buying that, they're not buying it.
I really am. So, and I didn't teach the boys all that stuff. They do better than I do, but
They do.
They really do. Anyhow, it was a kind of a funny thing, and getting the chainsaw stuck. I actually, you said 3. I have 5 chainsaws, and you can see it comes in handy. I've gotten 2 stuck before and had to use the 3rd one. It's just something, if I'd have taken my time a little more, I'd have, got it right. But
You have a brand new one. I don't think you've used over maybe one time.
I know. That's like I said. That's going to the boys. Chad made a joke about it. Said, "Where's that new steel?" I said, "Well, it's still in the box with a tag on it.
Yep.
I'm gonna put gasoline in one of these days, see if it runs." Yeah, anyway. But anyhow, that was good. You did a good job on the tractor. I got more work for you to do on the tractor too, by the way. And guess what?
What?
It rained again.
Oh.
After actually the snake video, I had my hood up. I hadn't done my hair yet, so I couldn't, yet. Couldn't show anybody my hair, but I had my hood up because it was pouring down rain again. Oh my goodness.
I have to admit, I'm glad I wasn't with you. I would have felt terrible if you'd gotten bit, but I would have. I would have felt guilty because I wasn't out there, but I couldn't have helped you with the snake other than come in and get a hoe or a shovel and, make it in little tiny pieces.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if I could get close enough to do that.
So
Be
your
brave enough
first
to do
thought would have
that.
been to kill the snake, not to get me to the hospital? Let me just get that straight.
Yeah, that was my first thought.
Is that right? That insurance policy is going to come in really handy.
Yeah, if we ever
Getting
get it reinstated.
Getting closer and closer to using it.
There's a story we didn't tell them about that, should we?
Yeah, go ahead.
He came in one day and he said, by the way, he said, you know, our life insurance went up when we turned 65. And I said, yeah, I know. And he said, so I canceled mine. I said, yours? Did you cancel mine? Oh, no, yours is still in effect. And I'm thinking, so he's going to get rich off of insurance if something happens to me, but I got nothing. So I went in and called and reinstated it or paid it and got it brought back up to date. Well, they told me they would go ahead and take it ACH, and they didn't. So another month went by. We're getting notices in the mail, which are addressed to him. This should be, it's his policy. But I don't find out until after it's lapsed or whatever you call it. So I'm in the process of getting it reinstated.
When you have a term policy, which ours was, and the 20 years is up, the premium tripled.
Oh, so it wasn't because we were 65?
Well, it is.
Oh.
Yes. It at that point it's locked in. It's locked in for 20 years, but that was what we were 40 something then, right?
Yeah.
We were at like $35 and $36, somewhere around there. Honestly, is what you folks telling you. Well, it went up 3 times as much.
But I
And
would
so
rather
does yours.
pay that and know that we have the security of the insurance, especially when you're
Well-
the dangerous one.
Well, I understand. Yeah, I know.
You're not the
And
one that
I've-
takes precautions.
Yeah, and I've already, and I've burned through one valve. I've only got 3 left, so you
Got
never
a
know.
brand new one.
Now, I was going to cancel yours, but I wanted to, I was going to, but I was going to ask you about there's something because here's the thing, folks. Just a little thing about insurance. You've looked into next year, it doubles. Next year we're done. I mean, I can't. We're not going to.
How do you know that? Did they tell you?
Oh yeah, it's got a schedule. It shows you what it's going to go to every year, honey.
Oh, I didn't
We
know
wouldn't
that.
be able to afford it. I'd have to start selling something. I mean,
I
it
had
just,
no idea.
Oh,
You didn't
yeah.
tell me that part.
Oh yeah. So we're going to see. We're going to 12 more months, and we got to make a decision.
Well, I've seen some Colonial Penn ads on TV. We need to check that out.
Yeah, for $9.95, you can get $50 worth of coverage. Those are all. Those are most. Those are. That's to me. That's a. I'm not
Okay,
gonna,
I didn't mean to get you started on it. He used to sell life insurance, so
Yeah.
he's very knowledgeable on it. I'm not at all on
Yeah.
any insurance.
Well, we talked about an alternative, which we've told people we're going to do. We haven't done it yet. We're going to go to the funeral parlor and get all that laid out
True,
where all that's
but
paid for.
that doesn't help us as far as like the house. I would like for the house to be paid off. So if we could find enough, because we don't owe that much, if we could find enough on the house that you and I could both be covered, and it wouldn't just be astronomical, that's what we need to probably do.
I know. Well, I tell you what, in front of everybody now, I have looked and looked. We've looked. You know what I mean? And
Well,
the
the ad on TV, Colonial Penn, said you could get this amount for a very reasonable price, premium.
we had a lot of folks at that time send us many, many types of information. I checked into all of them, and some are reasonable, but some. I say reasonable, they're all well over $100 a month. And for I'm telling you, and it's not for a lifetime. Again, it goes up and up and up.
Colonial Penn is for a lifetime. It doesn't say the premiums for a lifetime, but I'm saying they don't cancel you when you're
I'll tell
80.
you what, I've done all the research I'm going to do, and I know exactly the writing on the wall. I know exactly. You can have it. If you find something,
Okay.
we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Okay.
Hey, I wanted to say, before we wrap this up, the prayer requests in the comments. Here's what happens, okay? When I read a comment, I even read an email, and then there'll be a follow-up. Somebody will say, hey, by the way, thank you for praying for my mom, my dad, they're doing this, or they, passed, or whatever. I don't remember.
I know. I don't either.
I can't remember who, I can't. So someone commented and there was a prayer request. I do remember this one, but once I answer a comment, that comment goes away. If I don't take a screenshot, it's gone forever. Okay?
There's a way to search for them, but we just haven't figured it out. We haven't been able to get them to
Well,
come back up.
I think once they're gone like that, they're gone.
Well, if they
If I answer-
respond again, it'll pop back up.
Yeah, if you respond again, yes, it will. Well, this lady, she had requested prayer, and she sent a comment back and said, hey, by the way, I want to thank you all for praying. And with the cool part, she said, guess what? She said there were 350
Wow.
replies. 350, and that was about by the time you see this video, that's today actually. That was a couple of days ago I read that, 2 or 3. So there's bound to be more by then.
That's amazing. It really
God
is
bless
amazing.
you guys. Because here's the deeper meaning to that, okay? Not only do you watch the video, but then a lot of you are taking the time to read the comments and seeking out those who need prayer and responding. And I'm not talking about most of the time I just do praying hands because I'm trying to get in a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
I even try to heart the ones who replied. Now, I didn't get to this 350. That's like answering another 350 comments on, let's say you've already got 600 or 700. Some of you actually type in stuff.
Messages.
Mm-hmm. And you do that on a lot of them. But 350 plus responses.
That's incredible. That really is.
We just love you guys for that. That means
But
so much.
say what you did in the house just now to me when you brought it up.
Was it good?
Yeah, you said for people that are homebound, that can't go to church, or that in itself is a ministry.
Yeah. If you want to, I got to thinking, if you're thinking that you can't do, well, I can't go here, I can't go there, I want to serve. Listen, these 350 people, I guarantee you some of them probably were homebound, can't get out, can't drive anymore. And you reached out to this family and said, hey, I am praying for you. That is the most important thing that we can do for one another. And you don't have to get out and be there to do it. You do it right from your home. And you know what? She knew it was 350. How'd she know that?
She saw every comment. That's awesome.
350. And you know what? That's just one story. That is the more important than anything. More important from any monetary thing you could do or anything physical. Just praying for somebody. So I thought that was just absolutely incredible. Thank you, Saul, so much.
God is using them as a part of this ministry. When they comment, when they reply to comments, when they pray for people.
Right.
We're all in this together.
That's exactly right. So that's just awesome.
Which, by the way, I think as of today, everybody probably knows what's going on with Israel and Iran, and we just need to be praying for Israel. And my favorite guy to follow, Jack Hibbs, Pastor Jack Hibbs. You went to the gym to work out today, and of course I knew from turning on the TV this morning what had happened, and so I had my little Gazelle home and I'm exercising and I'm watching it on TV the whole time. And he came in and he said, hey, he goes, I saw Jack Hibbs this morning and was listening to him, and he said that Israel has attacked Iran. And I looked at him and I said, yeah. I said, it's a big deal on TV, and you just didn't look at it apparently at the right time at the gym.
Well, what I thought was, because Jack Hibbs does a lot of rapture, the future, and here's what's going to happen in the end of times. So I thought he was doing a mock report.
No.
And I actually got on one of the news stations to find out, and they were talking about something totally different. And I thought, well, that must not be real. Yeah. Then I came home, nobody at the gym, of course nobody talks. I think half those people in the gym don't even have a clue as to what's going on in the world.
Probably not.
And nobody said a word, and it wasn't on it. There's TVs everywhere, and it wasn't on any of the TVs.
Oh, I had it on my phone so that because it comes in through my hearing aid, and that way I could still walk around the house and do things and not have to just be glued to the TV because I just wanted to know.
But we know, we believe, we know that God is going to protect Israel. So that's where we pray for Israel and the people of Israel, and that's how it is.
Yep.
We're not being political about it whatsoever. And so,
yep.
There we go. We're just very blessed, folks. We're very blessed. All our whole family, our kids, our grandson, the kids. We just.
Well, they have blessed us. All of our Doss Farms family members have blessed us, and they tell us all the time that we bless them and what we do. And it's funny that we look at our life like, really? But, I do think that, like we've talked about before, and I think many have noted that it's been used as a ministry, and, I'm very, very thankful for the prayer warriors and all of you out there that, you always comment and say prayers for whoever needs them, and it's amazing. It really is.
We're all a part of it.
Yep.
Be good. Be safe.
Yes.
Love you guys. God bless you.
Pray on.
Stay strong. Pray on. Until next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Love you.
Love y'all.
Thank you.